Oh, this nigga's out of there. Is there gonna be enough for all of us? No. Jesus. I thought y'all said no approach.
Hey.
What's up, guys? Henry the 12 here, back with another video, and I know you just saw that clip. That was an example of the craziness that happened during the RTX 3080 Ti drop last Thursday. But that aside though, I'm back with another banger. Today, we're gonna be doing another launch recap. Thursday, June 3rd, 2021. Last Thursday was insane, man. There was a lot of information that I'm gonna have to cover today. We had the RTX 3080 Ti launch, which I will get into, Best Buy, EVGA. Then we're gonna be talking about the Best Buy console drop that happened at the same time as the RTX 3080 Ti drop, which was crazy. And then on top of that, we had AMD drop some stuff. So I'm gonna tell you guys all about it, all the information. And yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. So let's start off with the Best Buy launch itself. So as I mentioned in my last video, the RTX 3080 Ti was a in-store only drop for Best Buy, and I should have mentioned on the stream that Zotac and other stores like that would be launching. I wasn't thinking about AIBs, I was strictly thinking about FEs, but for the FEs it was a strictly in-store drop for Best Buy. And from the data that we gathered, shout out to the NerdSpeak Discord, they were able to pull together a sort of form or spreadsheet that let people enter basically how many people were in line at their store and how many cars that they had. And from that data, we pulled that there were about 40 to 60 cards at every store that was participating. Not every Best Buy store participated in the drop, but the ones that did, there was about 40 to 60 cards per store. And some stores had 100 people or a little bit under 100 people. Some stores had hundreds of people, and they literally had to tell them to leave. Like, it was that serious. People still kept coming from comments that I read. It was insane. But there's about 40 to 60 cards per store, and a lot of people were able to get a card. I personally could have gotten one, but I had work the next day, so I couldn't stay up. But a lot of people were able to get one, so I was very, very happy about that. And that's it for pretty much the Best Buy launch. It was crazy. We got picks in, people were getting their cards in hand. I was hearing stories about people basically getting friends to line up with them to get cards, and they just act like they didn't know each other. It was crazy. But it's a Best Buy launch. It's gonna go pretty much like a Micro Center drop if you've ever been to one of those before. So line up, get your voucher. Everybody came in later that day and got their card, so it went straight like that. There's a lot of craziness at some stores were better than others, but that's pretty much it for that. Now let's get into the EVGA Elite stuff. So that's pretty much the main queue that a lot of people were looking forward to, the EVGA Elite member queue. So for the first 24 hours, Elite members on EVGA were able to enter the queue for the RTX 3080 Ti. You had the XC3, you had a For the Win 3, a For the Win 3, I guess hybrid, the same thing. And then you had a launch day bundle. So there was two RTX 3080 Ti For the Win 3s. There was one that was a K2 SKU in the part number, and then one was a KR. The K2 was the launch day bundle, so it included a mouse, and it was $60 cheaper, if I'm not mistaken, than the regular price, $1339. And the KR was the regular full price, $1399 one, sorry. And both of those launched at the same time. The K2 sold out about, I think, like 45 or an hour into the drop, 45 minutes or something like that. And the KR, I was able to get my notify in at about 7:43 PST, so it would be about 10:43 Eastern. But the entire drop started at 6 a.m. Pacific time, and most people didn't get in and actually get their notifies in until about 7:20 Pacific. It was just lots of site errors, lots of recapture errors, black screens. I'll have some stuff on the screen to show you guys examples of it. It was crazy. And there was a specific thing that people could do during the drop to get their to be able to speed up their time of getting in. When you got the initial error, there was a token at the bottom of your screen that you could use and add on to the end of your URL. And it would basically, that's what you were looking for. You're trying to find that token, and then you could just refresh that page over and over again, and that helped some people get in quicker than others. But the soonest time I saw was, I think, like 7:20. I think someone else had one at about 7. But the ones that I saw as far as people consistently getting in was about 7:20, and then I had a lot of people getting in at about 7:40 around the time that I got in. And apparently, as far as shipping goes, information that we got, basically K2s have been shipped out already from some people that were able to get the launch day bundle. Theirs already shipped out. And according to EVGA Jacob on Twitter, he mentioned that KR SKUs, the ones that are the full price ones, will start shipping out next week. And he said some of those already shipped out right now, the ones that were really early in the queue at about 7:20. But the ones that were later on will be shipping next week. So I'll be looking forward to getting mine then. And after that, there was a non-elite member queue, which actually was delayed until 12. It was supposed to be at 9 a.m. Eastern, but it was delayed to 12, and that just went as normal. It seemed like there was a lot less people on the site during that day than the elite one, so I guess the word spread out about getting the elite access early. So that job was hectic. An hour basically went by and nobody could really get in, but after that hour, it started to ease up a little bit, and then at about, I'd say, 9 a.m. Pacific time, so 3 hours after the drop, it was really easy to get in. Pretty much the traffic was low at that point. So let's get into the Best Buy console drops. So at the same time this whole EVGA stuff was going on, Best Buy dropped both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X right after each other. The PS5 came at about 9:36 Eastern, so I'd say like 30 minutes into the drop of the Elite queue, and then the Xbox Series X came in afterwards at 10:13, and you can see the response from us in the chat. We weren't really feeling the Series X. We were comfortably sleeping on the Series X, but the PS5 went crazy. It sold out about 9:50, so in about 15 minutes. And that was really unexpected. People weren't even expecting that to happen. I tried to get in on it, but obviously I'm at work, so those computers aren't the best. But I was able to at least try to get into it. I didn't get a PS5, but I saw some people did get one, so congrats to them. And yeah, that was a really unexpected drop from Best Buy, but we're always glad to get more drops from them. So shouts out to Best Buy on that one. And last drop of that day, we had AMD Direct come in at the end, man, 11:35 a.m. Eastern. It was a regional drop, so some areas didn't get it. My area fortunately did. And for me, I was only able to see the 6800 XT Midnight Black come in, not even the regular version, just the Midnight Black. That's the only card I saw in stock. I tried to go for it. I couldn't even get it in my cart. And I'm chalking that up to the VPNs on the computers, because sometimes if you're using VPNs or ad blockers, it's not recommended. It can get in the way of the website. You want to basically have a clean browser, clean access to your internet. And I knew that going in, but I tried it anyway. Kept getting captures over and over again. That's pretty much showing that the VPN's messing up, and that's what held me back. But I'm pretty sure if I was at home, I would have been able to get in on that, because I was very early into it, very early. Actually started at 11:34, and I was in it before most people even knew about it. So, but it is what it is, man. And that's pretty much all of the drops that happened on that day, on Thursday. And I was talking about it later on during that day in the chat, and we were basically just saying, like, man, that day, although it was hectic, not that many people actually got things. Some people did get Zotac cards. Some people got in on the B&H and Shop BLT queues that happened, though they had their own website queues. But on top of that, even though not that many people may have gotten cards in hand, they just got notified that they didn't really even get anything they wanted. Overall, that day was great for drops. I don't think we've had that many drops in one day in a while. So it's always good to see that. And I'm really proud for anybody that was able to get something that day. I personally just got my notify in. That's really all I was worried about. But anybody that got a PlayStation 5, Series X, AMD GPU, a card in hand from Best Buy, a bundle, a notify from BLT, whatever you got, if you were able to secure something, I am proud of you, man. I will always be rooting for you guys. And if you weren't able to secure anything, I wish you guys the best of luck in the near future. Of course, we'll be having more information about any drops that should be happening, anything like that. We got RTX 3070 Ti coming next week on the 10th. So I'll see if I can line up and maybe sell my spot or something, give an experience video about that. And I hope you guys are able to get something on that day as well. We should be expecting every card to drop around that time. I'll have more information before the actual day if we think that's going to happen. But other than that, that's pretty much all that happened on that day. And let me know in the comment section below if you were able to get anything. Let me know in the comments. Did you get a notify in? Did you get a card? You got pictures? You can post your Imgur links. I don't care. Imgur, whatever, however it's pronounced. I want to see what you guys got, and I'm interested to see it. So let me know. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy these type of recap videos, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, hit the subscribe button, man. I don't mind. It's free. It's free, right? And yeah, I wish you guys best of luck in the near future, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day or evening whenever you're watching this video. I'm Henry the 12, and I'll catch y'all later, man. Peace.